Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Obviously, based on that intro, you know things are going to get interesting this war. It's our first war with the new nation, our first war with the new global, which definitely comes into play here, but we're starting things off on Path 9. There was no Corvus ban this war, which is interesting because Corvus is ridiculous, but we're going in here on Path 9. I've got Pacify maxed out. I'm going to try to limit my hits, start with the Power Start 1. I've got Cosmic Power back boosts, and I'm going to try to just get off my SP2, and that should pretty much close out the fight. Try to limit my hits as much as possible just to not get as many incinerates or poisons as I can. I want to get my evade charge here, so I delay this combo, get it off there, and I'm going to parry in heavy. Get a poison on me, but that's okay. Go in there. That was my first mistake of the war. The unstoppable timer, wasn't paying enough attention to it, but was able to dex out of it and finish him off with the SP2. So already, just seeing that the global, you really need to pay attention to it and make sure that when the timer comes up, you kind of just have to assume that they're going to go unstoppable. So going in here against this Domino, feats of indestructible 1, I thought that I could get my special 2 off. My power would stop at special 1 from the power back because of feats of indestructible. She won't be taking any damage from the hits, and finish it off with an SP1. Doesn't quite work out like that. I'm not sure how the coding works exactly for power back boosts, but apparently it's power that would, or damage that would have been done. So we're going in here, trying to just get to our special 2, not hit her a ton until we're there. Throw this off, and you see I go to 3 bars of power even after she gets the indestructible, so I'm just going to wipe this out, dex this, and throw off the SP3. Does a decent amount of damage. She's going to be indestructible again. I guess not, I didn't quite get back to SP1. She's going to go indestructible here after a hit. So I'll just wait this out and finish her out with a combo SP1. But, yeah, it could have been a little bit faster. I'm not sure why the power back boosts work like that, but still, 1 minute fight, not too bad. Corvus is zooming along. So, next up we have this Void here, and with suicides on and with the debuffs we're going to get from the node, this fight is pretty silly. But that being said, just watch the outcome. I wasn't too worried about it just because I've got 3 charges on Corvus. I'm boosted up, and this should really not be too much of an issue. So I'm going to go in here, get my Power Start 1 boost, and go into this fight. So here we go. Go in here, kind of same strategy, just get to the SP2. I see that I'm gonna be at 0 health from the debuffs anyway, so I'm just gonna try to get the SP2 as fast as possible. Not worry too much about the damaging debuffs. It's gonna be some item use. Big special 2, 18-20 second fight. Trying to do my part for the fight time, you know what I mean? So, yeah, not too bad. Corvus, taking a screenshot there, is doing Corvus things, staying immortal. Next up, I got to take this Mixmaster. Again, I appreciate people just being like, hey, yeah, you've got 3 charges on Corvus, go for it. You know, when you first move to a new alliance, especially one as, you know, capable and successful as New Nation, there's some nerves, and I like to just go in and take whatever opportunities are given to me. So again, I was grateful to get this fight, and the strategy is simple. Walk in with Corvus, power back boost won't work because he's a mystic, and just combo him to death. Just kind of watch out for his specials. Try to time things up so we remove his power gain. He gets a little stingy here, but it's okay. Here, I'm going to have to throw off a heavy to remove his power gain. Wouldn't have actually probably needed to do it, but I did. I'm going to parry here, SP2, and game over. Another quick Corvus fight, but overall, went really well. And we're going to move on to section 2, going up the middle, taking this Modok. Again, Corvus, 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 through most of my sections. Again, I'm going to power start 1 here, and the goal is just to do Corvus things. Try to get some intercepts up before I throw my SP2 to get the Fury, because of ebb and flow intercept, obviously, but yeah, just nuke him down with Corvus. I have my True Strike up, so no auto block. Missed a couple parries there. That was, I don't know, happening to me a lot this war. Hit him with the light intercept, get some damage in. Now I'm going to try to bait out this SP1 when I get a second. Another missed parry. Dex the SP1. Protection is back up. Another missed parry. Yeah, I don't know. Another missed parry. There we go. Goes for a little dash in. Luckily I was prepared for it there. He dashed in and then threw the special, which was weird. Get a little light intercept and going for the big finisher. So pretty good fight. So yeah, I was pretty happy with all my fights up until this point. Next up I had this Killmonger on 39, and this is where things get a little hairy. I kind of got out of my rhythm here, didn't really find a good opportunity for the intercept, and in retrospect I shouldn't have worried about it. I should have just gone for the combos to get my power up, kept pushing him back, and then when I needed to throw the SP2, look for the intercept. But I was looking for it early here. I was getting pushed back pretty far by the White Max pre-fight, but yeah, right now I'm just kind of backing up, and this is not going so great. It doesn't help that I've been missing some parries too, so yeah, getting backed up into the corner, which is not great. And there I went for a corner dex and I just failed, so now I'm kind of stuck in the corner. I need to get an intercept here soon. Or something. I just need to get out of the corner, so I'm going to try to get an intercept off here. There it is. Throw off the SP3. Now we should be in a little bit better spot, so decent recovery, but yeah, misplayed the start of the fight and just gave up way too much ground. So dex this SP2 here, go back in, remove his unstoppable or his indestructible charges. We've still got our Fury up, and we should just be able to finish him out with the combo. So could have played that fight a lot better, but the solo's the solo, so worked out. We'll improve on it next time if we have to take that again. Final fight of the war, based on the intro, you know a little bit of how this is going to go. Yeah, again, shout out to the officers for having confidence in me for this fight, and I really do think that this is a decent matchup. There's a couple things I would have done differently. One, play a lot slower. You'll see the damage there on, watch the damage on this first parry is 200. I figured, like, just ignore the prowess puncture and just try to keep my power up and keep controlling his power, but there you see on a parry 2,000 damage, so in retrospect, to maintain my health, I really should just be slowing down my combo and playing this super slowly. Alternating hits, light, medium, light, probably is the way to go, because, yeah, taking a decent amount of damage. But you'll see coming up here, again, this fight would have still been in hand, I think, would have been totally fine, but I make a pretty big mistake when it comes to playing this global. So, basically, I knew at one point that I was going to parry, and very soon after I parried, he was going to go unstoppable if he got the unstoppable. And I knew that would make him stun immune and he would shrug it off. I thought, I'll have time to dex out of it when he shrugs it off. I wasn't going to try to hit into him, I was just going to parry and dex out when I purified. And you'll see coming up here, I think it's this next one coming up, that my character just kind of drops his block and lets him combo into him. So there I wanted to dex, but I did not, and so I eat a huge combo, lots of crits. And at this point, yeah, the fight is pretty much over. I'm going to try to recover it, but I'm pretty flustered at this point just because you take a decent amount of block damage from this guy, so not ideal by any means. And yeah, taking 5% on a parry there is is rough. So yeah, I'm going to end up at about 2%, just trying to intercept here to try to survive, and yeah, just doesn't work out. I mess up the intercept. Again, should have never put myself in this position in the first place. I should have played around the global much better. Next time I will just totally back off. The second improvement on this fight would be to just make sure that I limit prowess puncture as much as possible. But we're going to heal up. I knew I could finish this fight. I knew immediately the mistake I had made and not to make it again. So I'm going to revive vision here, heal up, and go back in. Again, good assignment from my officers. I think there might be, maybe there's some better options that just deal with Manthing better. A little bit more efficiently and fast, but yeah, I don't know. I think that this matchup would be fine. I just have to play it better in the future. So I heal up, and I go back in this finish this thing out. So overall, not the debut I wanted. My first war here at noon. I felt good about some things. I played very well, I think, up until this point. I made some mistakes, but I handled them and got my fights done. Obviously, then this fight happened and things kind of went from 100 to 0 pretty quick. But, you know, I'm not a perfect player. I've never claimed to be a perfect player, and I wanted to show you guys this fight just so that you can see what an average war looks like for me. Again, I hope not to die anymore this season. That's always my goal, to go in and solo every fight that I take, but sometimes I make mistakes, and this fight was one of them. But we go in and clean it up. Again, if I hadn't taken that combo, I think I would have been able to finish this fight out very easily. So, not the best, but that's kind of just how things are. And I was struggling this morning a little bit with kind of some imposter syndrome, like, do I really belong here in this tier? And I'm like, hey, you know what? That's not the mentality you should have. You should be confident in the work that you put in to get to this point. And you know, if you lose a fight, you lose a fight, and you just have to move on and learn from it. Try to improve. Try to get better. Try to go out and solo your next fight, and then the fight after that, and then the fight after that. So, I appreciate you guys stopping by, and hope you enjoyed this war video. I do believe we got the win on the day. The results aren't quite in yet, but I will update you in the next video. And if you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe for future content. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and hope to see you in the next one. Later.